Why do we feel it's necessary to yak about bullshit in order to be comfortable?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yep, there we go.
Oh,
All right.
We should be fine. What happened?
I hit something and it worked. But yes, we figured it out. We're not stupid.
We're back live now.
We're back live now. We don't have to restart the stream. So, sorry, still getting used to the DJI mics. I'm used to my Blue Yeti, just kind of right here. Just like, So, welcome back, everybody, south of the border. Episode 74. We are back after a little bit of a break over a little bit of an extended break over the weekend.
Yep.
Got a lot of other things going on. I made a lot of shorts today for video games. I made a ton of shorts. Been doing a lot of video game stuff. It's some comic book stuff, but I figure we better get back to it because there's lots of news and stuff to talk about.
Exactly.
And gonna do a, you know what? I actually talked to my brother for the first time in like a year.
Oh, shit.
You know? Well, I don't say talk. It was text message. My brother, we don't really, not that close. But, he lives in Massachusetts. And he started getting all political on me. He started talking about, I said, why don't you come down here and visit Mexico? And he's like, I don't want to go down there. They hate Americans. I'm like, I'm an American. No one hates me. And he started just bad-mouthing Trump and everything. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I guess that's what happens in New England with that. I guess it's liberal. It's liberal up there.
I know. I mean, it's crazy that politics still, I forgot. I mean, it was always like that for an extent when we were there. We just didn't see it as much. I mean, to give you an understanding, even my school, it was kind of had it. I was in elementary school, and they still had some politics in there.
Yeah, but it was just weird just how it just went just so.
But now it's so
like
far.
the first time I've talked, like the first extended conversation I've had with you. You know, and honestly, this was probably 2 or 3 is the first extended conversation beyond like Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, like that, you know. And it's like it went all political. So
Yeah,
like,
politics is the direction we want to go for this one, boys.
So by the way, if anybody wants to visit Mexico and they're thinking like everybody hates Americans down here, it's not true. In fact, there's probably more Trump fans down here than you realize. And if you listen to the government of Mexico, yeah, you'll get the wrong idea. But
Well, it's not even just that. They just like people in general. We don't hate nobody.
yeah.
It's not even like that there's some Trump
Mexicans are really friendly people. They don't really give a damn. As long as they're not going to come. Don't come and screw with their country. That's all. Just don't come. Don't come
just
and do
be
stupid
respectful.
stuff. Yeah, don't come and try to like climb the pyramids that are off limits to people and stuff like that because they're protected cultural heritage. Don't do that. But yeah, it was weird. It's like I don't want to go nowhere because Trump makes Americans hated. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
What the hell told you that?
I don't know. But it's just what they're being fed. But anyways, but maybe he is because we're gonna read some news stories. There's some fun stuff. Hey, we're deporting children.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
I haven't been in the news.
Well,
for a moment.
technically, we're not deporting children, but we are deporting children according to the news. So,
I'm a little confused.
oh yeah, wait do you see this? It's great. It's great. Here we go.
Nope, a little bit of a. Oh no, never mind. My thing just chose to pause itself. That's why.
All right, 3 children who are U.S. citizens, including one with cancer, deported with their mothers to Honduras. Lawyers and advocacy group says.
Okay, hold on. You said advocacy group.
Advocacy.
Listen, not that I don't hate advocacy groups, but they usually spin a real good headline. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, this is like a very very misleading headline. First of all, no children were deported. You can't to deport someone means you're forcibly removing them from the country. These children were not forcibly removed, and so what happened was, okay, let's take one. There was a 2-year-old. The first case was a 2-year-old and a mother. Now the 2-year-old is a U.S. citizen, and by the way, if you hear some banging, that's some construction somewhere. I'm not really sure where, but
We got construction going on in this place.
yeah. So so the 2-year-old is a U.S. citizen, born in this country to an illegal immigrant who crossed over this country and then popped out a kid. And again, we can go over birthright citizenship. It's going to the Supreme Court. But Trump said he was going to do this. He's going to end birthright citizenship. But anyways, so the mother was illegal. The judge said, you are illegal. She was supposed to go to all these court cases. She missed a court case. So the judge is like, okay, well, she's an illegal immigrant. She's supposed to attend these court cases and try to get things solved. But she decided to miss this case and miss this court appointment. Obviously, she's not taking it very serious. So the judge issued a deportation order for the mother.
It was illegal, right?
It was illegal. So the next time the mother showed up for her next court case, guess who was waiting for her?
ICE?
ICE.
Oh, shit.
So ICE takes her into custody. Well, guess what? She's got children, including this 2-year-old.
Who are American?
The 2-year-old's an American.
Okay.
Now,
The other kids?
I'm not. Don't worry. I think she just had the one kid. There's multiple issues here. There's multiple cases.
Oh.
All right. So we're just dealing with this one. So the ICE and the State Department just said to her, well, what do you want to do? We're going to deport you. Do you want to take your child with you, or do you want to leave them here? And apparently she has a handwritten note in Spanish that basically said she wants to bring her child with her. So they sent the child with her. So the child was not deported. The child, now I'm going to read what some of the things Marco Rubio said on Sunday's talk shows. But now it's being spun. Now there's other children. There are other illegal immigrant mothers who came to this country illegally, who came to the United States illegally, gave birth. These 2 kids, or one of the kids has cancer. But the mothers, they deported the mother, and they asked the mother, do you want to take your kids or do you not want to take your kids? She could have left the kids. Right? If it's the Biden administration, first of all the liberals and all the people out there who are concerned about kids and missing kids and all this stuff, why aren't you worried about the 200,000 kids you lost under the Biden administration?
Yeah, that is something that is kind of concerning that we kind of brushed over. No one's thought to maybe check up on that shit.
Yeah, so you fake outrage. So this is all fake outrage.
But I mean, they
don't care about kids. They don't care. These liberals don't care about kids.
It's not that. It's more like okay, well, you could leave your 2-year-old in the U.S., but you're a mother. You're not going to leave your kid anywhere wherever you're not.
No. I mean, there is a father that's living in the United States. Could have left him with him. Oh, but he might be illegal too.
Oh.
So they try to maybe get like the aunt or somebody or like the in-law to be like who's a U.S. citizen to take, but that didn't happen. But the mother wanted her child. I thought the Democrats didn't want us separating children from families. So I mean, it's really it's all however
I
they
just
can
feel
spend
bad
it.
I just feel bad for the 2-year-old who is an American, who gets.
Well, he can come back anytime he wants, or she can come back anytime he wants.
That's true. They can. I mean, they're 2 years old. It's not like they had the financial ability to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
or they have much cognitive memory right now at that age to be like, oh, I remember this country.
Yeah. Well, here's what Rubio said. I want to get.
But I don't
know. Let's see here. Yeah. So, a senior Department of Homeland Security official told Newsweek, quote, the parent made the decision to take the child with them to Honduras. It is common that parents want to be removed with their children. Parents are asked if they want to be removed with their children, or ICE will place the children with someone the parents designate. In this case, the parents stated they wanted to be removed with the children. We take our responsibility to protect children seriously, and we'll continue to work with federal law enforcement to ensure that children are safe and protected. Okay, so what went wrong there? Doesn't look like any. I think that's the way things are supposed to work. The mother said, I want my kid.
Yeah, I mean, that's been, according to the law, that's the letter of the law. It is what it is.
Imagine if we just took the kid. And said,
Oh, yeah, no, that'd be terrible.
You know?
No, I mean, this is the only way you can really do this with some moral conscience, because you can't let her just stay if she's, one, ignoring the court appointments, and two, is illegal. Yes, you got a kid. Doesn't mean just because you have a kid in the U.S. doesn't mean you get to automatically stay in the country. Because now it feels like that's child abuse in a way. That's got to be some form of child abuse eventually. If you just have a kid over the border just so you can get citizenship.
That's what I think. That's what Trump's trying to stop.
Honestly, I think that is true.
Subject to this jurisdiction, the 14th Amendment. The Supreme Court will decide. Well, anyway, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said on Meet the Press, that's a misleading headline. And these really are misleading headlines. They're being lied to by the mainstream press, everybody. That's a misleading headline. 3 U.S. citizens, ages 4, 7, and 2, were not deported, because being deported means you've been given an order to be forcibly removed from the country. The United States did not forcibly remove these children. Their mothers, who were illegally in this country, were deported. Okay, so shouldn't we be mad at the mothers for doing something illegal and then putting their children in danger? I don't know. The children went with their mothers. Those children are U.S. citizens. Quote, they can come back into the United States if their father or someone here wants to assume them. You guys make it sound like ICE agents kicked down the door and grabbed a 2-year-old and threw them on a plane.
Yeah, that would be wild if they did that.
That's misleading. That's just not true. It goes on. If someone's in this country unlawfully, illegally, that person gets deported. If that person is with a 2-year-old child or has a 2-year-old child and says, I want to take my child with me, then you have 2 choices, Rubio says. You can say, yes, of course you can take your child, whether they're a citizen or not, because it's your child.
Yeah, there's no reason we should take your child away from you.
Yeah, we're not gonna,
even if they are a citizen of the U.S., it's not like, all right, they're our citizen, we're going to take them away from you.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
not going to kidnap them.
That'd be crazy.
All right? Or you can say, yes, you can go, but your child must stay behind. Then if they did that, then your headlines would read, U.S. holding hostage 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 7-year-old while mother deported.
Which
but
is
it's
not
absolutely
true.
right. It's absolutely, that's what the headlines would read. So you're being lied to about this whole situation. No, we are not deporting children. We're deporting illegal immigrants that are parents that came here, and the consequences are the consequences. It's what it is. And I'm telling you right now, if the Supreme Court rules in the favor of Donald Trump on birthright citizenship, you're going to see a lot more of this. It's just the way it is, and the way it looks like it's shaping up to be, whether you like it or you don't like it. But this is what it's coming down to. But you see these headlines, again, 3 children who are U.S. citizens, including one with cancer, deported. They weren't deported.
No, they weren't
CNN
deported.
is lying to you. New York Times is lying to you.
The mom was deported,
Yep.
and the mom had the choice of I could give them to my kids over to another family member that's in the U.S., whether they're legal or illegal, who knows, or I can take them with me.
Yeah.
Now, of course, any good mother's probably going to take the kid with you.
And it's not like we did this without a judge. A judge actually gave a deportation order on the mother.
Yeah, this is all done through the court of law. It's not like ICE was like, all right, who's on the list today?
Yeah. They're saying
it's not like 1940s Germany, Gestapo kicking down doors like, all right.
Well, they're saying, oh, this is a loss of due process. Well, due process is going through the courts.
Due process occurred.
Went to the court.
It went through the court. It got decided.
You didn't show up for your court date.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just, due process isn't going to work or wait for you because you felt like not showing up, whatever the reason might be. But yeah, so there's multiple issues of this that are popping up. No one is deporting children. Trump is not deporting children. They're just, I mean, it's just anything they can make them try to sound like the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst, right? But again, I asked the liberals and the people upset about this, where was your voice when we were told by the Biden administration's own numbers that around 200,000 kids who were crossing the border illegally were just, we couldn't find out where they went to. We don't know if they have parents. We don't think they did. They're unaccompanied minors. Don't know. Where are they? Apparently, again, this is all false outrage. We're keeping children with their parents if that's what they choose. And they're more than welcome if they're U.S. citizens to come back. Absolutely. So, that's the way I feel.
Yeah, I mean, it went through the courts of law. The mother was given an option. The kids can come back to the U.S. anytime they want if they are American citizens. I mean, the 3 children are American. These are different cases, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the kids are American citizens as of right now. They can come back to the U.S. whenever they want when they're older.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just have to get a plane ticket and they just fly and that's
Well,
it.
they can come back right now if someone here wants to be like, hey, yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen and I'll take responsibility for them. And it's okay with the mother.
Yeah, and the mother gives guardianship to them, legal guardianship.
Yeah.
And that's another way.
So,
But,
you know.
I mean, we can't separate the kid from the child, especially if the mom says, no, I want to bring the kid with me.
Yeah.
The headline there would be insane.
Yeah.
And we can't just let the mother stay because she broke the law, she's illegal, she's not American, she got deported, went to the court of law. That's the law. Mm-hmm. You got due process. Now, you didn't show up for your first court date, and well.
Oh, well. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all.
I mean, I feel bad for the kid, but...
You know, I mean, I feel, you know, the kid, the one that's got cancer, yeah, I feel bad that they're not getting their treatment in the United States. Who are you going to blame? You going to blame Marco Rubio, or are you going to blame the parent who wasn't doing the right thing? I blame the parent. But again, that's the difference. So Colorado, this is awesome. Over 100 undocumented immigrants arrested at an underground Colorado nightclub.
Wow.
Yeah. What are you typing?
I'm doing stuff here.
Oh.
On the side.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Cool. At least 114 people were detained and placed on buses for processing and likely eventual deportation. Colorado Springs on April 27th. So apparently 300 officers and everything. Let's see if this will play.
More than 100 people were arrested at an underground nightclub in Colorado.
I gotta see this. This is wild. 100 people in a nightclub?
Yeah, look at them. Look at them all run. Hey, I got you. Hey, down on the ground, motherfucker. Oh, grab her. Nope, you ain't. Nope, you in the short skirt. Nope, you ain't getting away just because you weren't. Nope. So, yeah. It's amazing.
Everyone. Well, I mean, 100 of them. How many? I'm assuming there were 100 people there.
There were over 100, but 100 illegals.
Damn.
They're all dressed up, too. Hey, your last night out of town. Oh, my God. So it was a drug raid, all right? They're looking for a substance called, so dozens of small packages of drugs were also recovered at the scene, including cocaine and a concoction of substances known as, and I've never heard this before, pink cocaine, or Tussie?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. I guess, you know, back in my day, we just did the stuff, you know, we didn't have to come up with anything new. I don't know, you spoiled drug addicts. You're all spoiled. You're all spoiled. So over 200 people had been inside the underground nightclub for an illegal party when officers and agents entered the building, according to the DEA. The agency said it gave multiple warnings telling people inside the building to come out before arrests began around 3:45 a.m. local time. Man, I wish I was at that nightclub. I wish I was just a young person in a nightclub, but I'm a legal citizen. Just to be in the middle of that show, that would have been fun.
Well, no, because then you get stuck with the police for like a few hours as they figure out who the hell you are.
Dude, the police are fun. You give them the police. You're nice with them, they'll be nice with you.
No, I make jokes with everybody. I mean, my favorite story is I made jokes with German, I forgot it was border security.
Yeah.
They laughed at my jokes, which is hard to get them to laugh. But
you get a police officer to laugh, man. That's
makes you feel good.
Yeah. Attorney General Bam Bondi alleged that the nightclub was frequented by Tren de Aragua and MS-13 terrorists. According to Bondi, 2 people in the nightclub were also arrested on existing warrants. Well, look at that. I mean, talk about like, hey, we get 100 of them together. Boom. It's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going. But yeah, it's amazing how.
See photos of deportation effects.
Yep.
Oh, so sad.
Yep.
I mean, I get these are people's lives and all, but at the same time, you didn't break the law. You went through a court of law and due process.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't break. You can't break border law.
I don't know. I'm at the point where I don't care. Their due process, if it's not even like, again, if it's not like the perfect due process because they didn't go through the due process of trying to come to this country.
Yeah, that's true.
So the due process doesn't matter to these people. They don't. That's a nice cot. That's nice. I bet that's comfortable. Albergu. They play the hula hoops. They're all playing nice. It's all good. Like free telephone.
Wow.
That's nice. It's good. They're getting treated better than homeless vets.
That is true, actually. You know what?
They're getting treated better than homeless. If you're a homeless vet, you get treated worse. You
I
don't
mean,
even get this guy.
granted, at least the homeless vet could leave the facility when they wanted, but still, I mean, they get.
Yeah.
I mean, they get taken care of while they're still in holding.
What kind of plane is that? Chinese?
Chinese, probably.
Nice.
No, that's a bus with the Chinese stickers on it.
Oh, okay.
Don't know why.
Yeah. Look at that. Just lined up. So, but yeah, the crackdown continues. So, immigration not going away. I can't wait for the Supreme Court to hear the cases that it needs to hear. They'll be fun to listen to. We'll probably listen in on them and
We'll probably have a live stream on that.
Yeah.
Probably have to figure out when those dates are, if they're going to be streamed on the news.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what's with the Canadian flags?
Oh, you didn't know? Hold on. Let me just.
You didn't know?
No, you didn't know? There's an election today.
In Canada? Oh, is the Prime Minister election?
Prime Minister election.
Oh, shit. I thought that was like a week from now. I didn't know it was today.
No, it's today.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
My bad.
Trump is the X factor. I guess if you hate Trump, you vote for the other guy. If you're okay with Trump, you vote for the Polieri, whatever the guy's name
He's
is.
like the conservative guy. I do like him. I like him a lot. Whether you dislike Trump or not, I think he actually has a lot of good things for
he's
Canada.
actually hilarious too. But this guy's probably going to win.
Yeah, the left one.
The left guy, the banking minister from the UK.
Well, probably because of the whole Trump situation.
Yeah,
It did swing it. It did swing the election because if you asked any Canadian before those tariffs, you probably would have had Polier win. Mm-hmm. I think it's his name.
Look at this. Governor Justin Trudeau, as soon as Trump said Canada becomes the 51st state and called Trudeau Governor Justin Trudeau of the great state of Canada, in that time span, the Liberal Party made a startling 20-plus point comeback in the polls, overtaking the Conservatives as election day neared. So, yeah, so that's what's going to happen. Never 51, 100% Canadian, elbows up, which I guess is a hockey thing for fighting, elbows up. I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. I guess they fight different in Canada with their elbows. They fight with their elbows. Like fists up. That's what we do. We use our fist. So yeah, this guy is a conservative dude. He's probably going to lose because of
Trump. Which
Right.
sucks. I mean, like I said, he's a really good politician.
Yeah. There's him walking out. That's his wife. They were voting this morning. So we'll know the results hopefully tonight to figure out like how things are going to go. But yeah, I can't see Canada voting. After that, I can't see Canada voting in the Conservative.
No.
Or anyone that reminds them of Donald Trump because he went hard at it. And
I don't think he should have went hard on Canada.
He kind of goes hard on everybody.
I know, but there's I know he's Trump and all, but you got to know when, okay, there's a good time to be Trump and there's a good time to be, I don't know, a little bit politician.
Yeah.
And I think you got 4 years on the job. You got to know when to split. You know what I mean?
Yep. So yeah, the tariffs also that had a lot to do with it. But yeah, so it looks like Canada's going to stay liberal, and they'll see if they regret that vote.
Probably will.
There's no updates on that story, so yeah, but that's what's going on.
We
in
could
Canada.
check the elections. I mean, you won't get any election feeds or
No.
calls probably till tonight.
No. All right. Before we go back to Trump, Spain and Portugal lost power today.
Yeah, also France.
Parts of France, yeah.
Parts of France too.
What's going on?
They think it was they're still figuring out or determining what the cause was, but it's not a cyber attack.
How do they know?
They came out and said, no, it's not a cyber attack.
What if they're lying?
Don't think they are.
I mean, the whole country of Portugal and Spain lose power. I got to think that something's going wrong. Something is a little nefarious. I've heard of blackouts before, but the entire country?
Those power grids, I've been there. Those power grids are not the most modern grids. I'll be 100% honest. They're like the ones in Italy. But Italy, for some reason, that doesn't break. You got the U.S. Navy there and everyone else. They're working on that shit.
Here's a picture of the subway when the lights went out. Imagine being on that
Is that
subway.
Madrid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can recognize it. You know why?
You've been there.
Been there.
Yeah, but I mean,
Beautiful
imagine
city.
being trapped on these things. Like, okay, you got to force the doors open. If the doors don't open, you're just trapped in the dark.
Yeah, that would suck.
That
Yeah,
would,
you
that
recognize
would
Madrid.
suck.
I wonder what station that is. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know.
Let me take a look.
Doesn't say.
No, it doesn't say.
It
No,
just
I saw it said Metro there. And I
Just
thought
says
maybe it said the
Metro.
line.
But I'm sorry. I just don't think this is some sort of little accident. I don't.
I think
Something happened. Somebody screwed up, or something happened.
somebody screwed up possibly at the power facility, but also it could be that, like I said, that infrastructure is really old. It's really needs to be honestly updated and have an overhaul done to it. for
Well,
the
it does,
country.
but-
Same with Portugal. I mean, it's Southern European countries. It's all the same.
Look at the train stop. People are just like, I guess I'm not going anywhere. They're just out there in the heat.
I mean-
it gets hot in Portugal and Spain.
It can, but also it can get very cold. In Madrid, not too hot, but it can get cold in Madrid.
So
Get real cold at those
they
times.
still don't have all the. They still don't have the electricity up, as far as I know. So Europe can't keep the lights on.
But they depend heavily on oil and natural gas exports or imports.
So here we go. The worst case
Southern
scenario.
France. It was Southern Europe. Yeah, it's all Southern Europe. This is all not surprising to me. The parts of France that lost power today are Southern France,
Yeah.
Spain, Portugal. That's Southern Europe. If they included Italy, that'd be like the red herring of like, okay, yeah, they don't have much power infrastructure. It's very not underdeveloped in terms of the rest of Europe, but like it's been left alone.
Well, here's what they say. Here's what got me nervous. The worst case scenario appears to have been averted, at least in the first hours of the blackout. Spain's nuclear sites were declared operational and safe. Because if you don't have electricity, you can't cool your nuclear sites unless your backup generators working.
Oh, they
right?
got backup. Yeah, they've got
Right?
backup.
Portugal's National Institute for Medical Emergency had activated its contingency plan, all that Spain's health ministry, all that, right? But they're just coming out like, no problem. It's all going to be fine. But they still haven't said, like, they've got to be able to figure out. If they tell us, like, we don't know what happened, then how do you fix, if you don't know what happened, how do you fix it?
Someone, Bob flipped the switch.
Yeah, Bob flips. Yeah,
Bob flipped the switch on the
so
rear.
I never believed
line.
it. I never believed it when someone comes from the government and goes like, we don't know what happened, we don't know what the cause is, but everything will be fine in a couple hours. Well, if you don't know what the problem was,
No, they know what the problem was, but they don't want to tell you what it was.
Yeah.
Because either it's really embarrassing or really serious.
I think it was really serious. I think this is a little testy.
No, I think it was I don't think it was a test or anything. I think it was really, literally they're like, we probably should have updated this shit, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago when it was a problem.
Yeah.
That's Spain and France for you and Portugal. They don't update that some of their infrastructure when it comes to power and shit.
It could take days to untangle the damage caused by Monday's worrying blackout. Yeah, they won't have train service until at least Tuesday. Flights are canceled. Everything shut down. I mean, just everything. You're just not going nowhere. Yeah, I just thought it was like, really? Spain, Portugal, just go dark. Just go dark. People were streaming, using their phones and just posting, just walking through the streets, just confused as hell. Like, what's going on here? It's like,
It is what it is.
you can,
Grocery stores, oh God, all the produce.
oh yeah, all the food's gone. Yeah,
Or you've got to keep the doors shut.
I'm sure they did.
I'm sure they're supposed to usually have like backup generators in the back for those. Some stores.
Some stores do.
Not
but some
all.
stores don't. No. Whenever in Target we lost power, we had to go tape off. We had special tape to tape off all the freezers and the refrigerators and everything, just so no one would come in shopping, be like, "Oh, I want something to eat." Like, no, you can't open that door. But people would see the tape. We still have to post people. People would see the tape and the big sign says, "Please do not open these doors." And they'd be like, "But I want my milk," and they'd open it anyways. Be like, jerk, you know?
Dumb motherfucker.
Yep. So, oh man. So, all right.
All right, well, that's Spain, Portugal, and France for you. But what's going on here? Is that New York?
Where?
The thing you had on before?
Oh yeah, that's just that's still the protest. That's still the immigration stuff. But
okay.
but this I found interesting. For those who think Trump hates black people,
Sorry, what?
yeah, he really doesn't. And so the White House initiative to promote excellence and innovation at historically black colleges and universities. Now, during his first administration, now there's four or five main historically black colleges and universities, you know, and they traditionally had to go to the White House every year to meet with the president to get their funding, like begging for money every year, be like, hey, we need to, you know, And so the first year Trump was ever president, these guys show up, the presidents of these colleges. And Trump's like, why are you guys here? He's like, they tell him, we have to come here every year. Trump's like, why do you got to come here every year? And they say, well, we have to ask you for money for the rest of the year. And he goes, and they make you do that every year? They're like, yeah, they make us do it every year.
I don't do that.
He goes, that sounds stupid. He goes, here's your funding for the next 10 years. And literally wrote funding for the historically black colleges and universities for the next 10 years.
And they're not going to talk about it.
And not gonna, no one mentions it, right? Obama makes these guys come back and beg every year. Biden made him come back and beg. Well, he couldn't because Trump's orders it. But Bush, Clinton, all of them made him come back and beg. Come back and beg. But no, and now he's got this new executive order, which I thought was pretty cool.
That's cool. I didn't know
Right.
that. I didn't know that at all until you told me.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Why didn't they talk about this more?
Because it makes Trump look good. Historically, black colleges and universities remain integral to American students' pursuit of prosperity and well-being, providing the pathway to a career of a better life. This order will continue the work begun during my first administration to elevate the value and impact of our nation's HBCUs as beacons of educational excellence and economic opportunity that serve as some of the best cultivators of tomorrow's leaders in business, government, academia, and the military. That sounds awesome. So what's the policy? What are we doing? It is a policy of my administration to support HBCUs in advancing America's full potential, fostering more and better opportunities in higher education, providing the highest quality education,
Which is
obtaining
fair.
equal opportunities for participation in federal programs. Okay, okay, I like that. Ensuring college-educated Americans are empowered to advance the common good at home and abroad, and make our nation more globally competitive. All right. So he's going to work with so his administration is going to work with all these colleges and universities to make sure that they're getting the same opportunities, the same funding,
Which is just right.
and access as some of these rich colleges that are doing nothing but letting protests for America's enemies
I
happen.
mean, listen, did you see Harvard set aside $9 billion to fight the fact that they got, what, $8.5 billion lost?
Yep.
Or cut off from them?
Yep.
Which is like, okay, you have $9 billion able to set aside. You do not need the $8.5 billion.
Nope.
You don't.
Nope.
You know, if you can be like, I'm going to set aside $9 billion for legal fees,
Yeah.
you are too rich to need, as a university, federal funding. Sorry, you really are.
Yeah. This is one of the longest executive orders I've ever read. It goes on and on and on. But I think it just shows you his commitment to creating equality, not just talking about equality, but creating equality, not through DEI bullshit and saying, hey, because you're that color, you get special treatment, or hey, because you're that color, you don't get special treatment, you get actual negative treatment. This is how you actually create equality, by actually delivering and saying, hey, you're going to be on the same playing field as everyone else, and if you're not, we're going to help you get there, and we're going to help you stay there. I think that's great. I think that's exactly the way it's supposed to work. Now, there was another presidential action I wanted to talk about, but it's not yet up. They have not actually posted it yet.
This order?
Is
So
executive
you're ahead of the news? You're ahead of the White House.
executive order. I'm ahead of the website at least.
Ahead of the White
Right?
House.
It's supposed to be done today.
All right.
Okay, so but it's not happening just yet. He hasn't signed it yet, I guess, or he's waiting to sign it. It is. Let me go back.
Or
to
it's
my
waiting to be copied and pasted onto that website.
Well, he hasn't signed it yet. It'll be an executive order. So, best for if you didn't see today, the White House was kind of surrounded by these posters. These are illegal immigrants that were arrested for crimes, and Holman walking around because he wanted to show people, like, here's this illegal alien who was arrested for murder. Here's one for continuous abuse of a child, and I left out a certain word there, right? So all their pictures. Well, he's going to sign an executive order on sanctuary cities and states. Basically, if they do not cooperate with them, there will be consequences to not cooperating with ICE, not cooperating with that. Unless it's considering funding, which I think that's the big one that they like to do, is go after the funding, or maybe some different regulations or obstruction or charges through the federal government, especially the Department of Justice. So again, I haven't read the executive order yet because he hasn't signed it yet, and so he hasn't actually put it on the website yet, or someone hasn't put it on the website yet. But that's what he's going to do. And the state of California, so Governor Newsom has decided that, well, since he doesn't like that, he's going to take $25 million and put that aside just so he can battle Trump's executive order. Instead of saying, hey, I have $25 million here, maybe I should help the homeless Americans.
Or maybe just, I don't know, help just normal people that are your actual constituents.
Yep.
Because they don't even pay taxes, right?
Nope.
So, like, why the hell are you going to... This doesn't make no sense. No, I'm listening. If you want to come to the country legally, come to the country legally. We welcome you with open arms. You come in here illegally, you're going to get caught and you're going to get deported. And you're also stealing money from taxpayers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That should be, I mean, especially in the state of California. I mean, have you seen the cost of living there? Those people need tax credits. That's what you could be. You could set that $25 million aside to like some of the most deserving and poorest Americans in that state.
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing.
I don't get it. It boggles my mind, some of the stuff we read. Now, again, I was on this stream a few days ago, and
You were solo.
I was solo, but and then one time with you. I mean, it's not like I'm a Trump lover of everything he does. There's some stuff I absolutely hate that he did. I talk about that, but I mean, when it comes to this issue, I can't really argue with it. It's just common sense. I mean, there's some other stuff that he's doing that makes me go, really? That's not. Why are we doing that? Or
No.
Why do we even care about that? Like, I still don't know why we care about Greenland.
No, I don't really know what we're doing Greenland for.
The president.
Well, I know the security reasons. I mean, it's not the first time we've tried this.
Well, yeah, no, but the prime minister for Greenland or whatever is the one that came out and goes, yeah, maybe Greenland's for sale.
He did?
Yeah,
Fuck, when?
like yesterday.
No shit.
Yeah,
Was he looking at the whole fact of, we might leave Denmark, and like,
yeah. I mean, so maybe we're
Because
buying. Maybe we buy Greenland. I don't know. But I don't know who would we have to buy it from.
Denmark.
So the guy from Greenland has no real say in it. He's like, yeah, it's for sale, but
He's got a real say in it because what they can do is they can declare independence from Denmark with a vote whenever they want. They're very lax in Northern Europe when it comes to like their territory. It's like, you're part of us, but if you want to leave, you can leave.
Wow.
Just hold a vote.
Oh, all right,
We won't interfere. It's all you.
okay.
But you'd have to be paying technically the Danish crown, and then I guess also you probably might have to pay them the people who run Greenland, because Greenland kind of has its own government. It's kind of like how Canada was when it was still underneath Britain, but it was kind of independent. They had their own laws and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was still like a territory during like World War II and shit.
yeah.
Was it during World War II they were still a territory? I'm pretty sure they were, yeah.
Man, that hammering is gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, it is what it is though.
Yeah.
But
I hate hammering. Well, sometimes though. But if it's building something I want. But, I could care less about this hammering. Anyways, so sorry if you can hear hammering. Sorry about that. Apologize about that. So yeah, he came out and said that. Yeah, it's been a weird news cycle. It's just been like you read these headlines and you think, man, Trump is a monster. Then you actually read through the articles and be like, man, the media is just lying about everything.
The media is filled with assholes.
It's just, why are you lying? Why?
Why?
Why do you continue to lie? So, but yeah. But then, like I said, we were gone for a few days. We took a little break. We went and saw some movies. We saw The Accountant 2. That was good. We saw Star Wars. And I wanted to bring this up because I thought this would be fun because we talk about pop culture after politics. Yeah. Here we go. Hold on one second.
Oops. Parked my camera there for a moment while I moved
okay.
my water. What about movies? Let's talk about movies.
Well, check the box office. First of all, Minecraft is over $800 million now.
It's going to crack $1 billion.
It'll crack
$1 billion.
Snow White, not yet, $200 million. Sinners, we don't get to see Sinners yet because that's been doing well in the United States. We don't get to see it yet because it's not out here yet.
It's not out here? I thought it was out here.
No, I haven't seen it. The Amateur, $80 million, so it's making some money.
Is it now in the green or not?
Yeah, that's in the green now.
Oh, good for them. I like that movie. That was good. The Accountant.
The Accountant not doing as well in the United States. It's $24 million first 3 days. Hasn't gotten any international love yet. I'm sure it will. But here's what I want to say: Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, yeah, this was the best movie we've seen all year. I mean, The Accountant 2 was actually really good.
Yeah.
If we're all serious, if we're gonna be genuinely serious, like movies that came out this year, that's probably the best movie we watched.
But what does this say when a 20-year-old movie
Outdoes
a lot of,
everything.
it made this thing's $42 million on a limited release of 1 week.
What about foreign market?
17. It made 17.
There you go. I mean, it was sold out down here.
It was it's absolutely
theaters.
sold out down here. Yeah. So
I mean, it's a movie that really kind of introduced me to Star Wars outside of the movies you showed me. It's like from my series, my, you know what I mean?
yeah.
my trilogy essentially, and that's like my favorite. Best opening. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you guys. Best opening in any Star Wars movie is Revenge of the Sith.
Possibly.
What do you mean possibly?
Possibly.
Okay, isn't episode 1? Okay, episode was it 4 technically, not episode 1, right? A New Hope. Yes, that's a legendary and it's a great opening. It's not as good as that opening. I'm just saying. It's like the second best, and it's close, but it's not number one.
I want to argue. I'm not going to get a Stars argument with you.
Sorry.
Right, but I think just what it says is there's so many people that are still looking for really good entertainment out there, and it really hasn't been much this year. Again, Captain America: Brave New World is a flop. Snow White is a super duper flop.
Snow White's a catastrophic failure.
Sinners is doing well. I'm sure that's made back its money.
Which I'm surprised it's doing well. I got kind of nervous when I saw like the trailer. I was like, ooh, where's this going?
Yeah, it's like some sort of vampire movie, right?
I was like, this is like the most random kind of story I feel like you could throw together, unless it's based off of a written story that I didn't know about.
Yeah, I don't know what it's based off of. I'll have to do some digging into that one. But it's amazing I think just to see how people respond to certain things. And I thought it was amazing to see all the people coming to see Star Wars. Down here especially. I know up there it did well, but down here it was like sold out everywhere.
No, down here it was like you had a cult following for it.
Yeah.
You had all the Star Wars fans come out.
Yeah, it was very cool.
I liked hearing the jokes from when the movie ended. Was the talking about they're redoing the lines. There's a hello there.
Oh, hello there.
Kenobi. And then there's the other line before, I forgot which one it was. Oh, I have brought peace, security
to
my new empire.
So yes.
Peace, justice, and stability. No, is it stability? It's security. Sorry, peace, justice, and security to my new empire. Oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah. So it was fun to see, and it's just like I said, it just says a lot. But there's a couple of good movies out there with the Count and the Amateur, and I think Star Wars. Actually, that's over starting tomorrow. Limited release done, right?
I think down here I think it ends Tuesday, at least at that one theater chain.
I think that's Mexico wide. It's all just 1 week. I'm pretty sure it's all 1 week.
When does the Revenge of the Sith? Let me look it up here. Limited run end.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it's just
1 week theatrical re-release.
That's it.
April 25th, 2025.
So
ends on May 1st.
Yeah, so if you add in what it's gonna do, it's probably gonna do well over. Probably about 60 million, maybe 70 million.
Probably more than that, I imagine.
Like, I wonder if Lucas gets any of that because it's his film.
It is his film, yeah.
Does Disney? Or is it just Disney?
I think he still has propriety rights over some of the films.
I think he sold everything.
I don't think he's not fully disconnected from those films. Because those films, I think he had certain kind of like holds on. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong. Yeah.
But that's what I remember. I could be very, very wrong.
I thought he sold everything. I thought his contract was like here, because he even called it "giving my children to the white slavers." That's what
Jesus
he called.
Christ.
That's literally a quote from George Lucas after about a year after he signed the contract. He's like, "I feel like I gave my children over to the white slavers."
I think he regrets that.
The quote or doing that?
No, like
both.
Both. Probably the quote and also the giving away Star Wars. Dude, that was the worst thing he could have done.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't mind if he sold part of it, so they could host events, maybe help make films. You know what I mean? Film rights and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I should have held on to that one. If I made Star Wars, I'm holding on to that thing like it's like my child.
But he didn't, and now, so the other problem I wanted to tell you about, because you were sleeping, because you were up late.
Yep.
There's been a leak for Superman.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, what kind of leak?
But we're not sure if it's a true leak.
Oh, no.
It might not be true. So you know how...
and I just got good news right now over something I love, but all right, you continue.
Okay. So you know how in the trailer you can tell that Superman is hated? Right?
Kind of.
The people are hating him, right?
Yeah.
It's because there's Superman hates social media because in the film there's a hashtag super shit instead of Superman. And
that's kind of funny.
Now this is the leak. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. You go with it, you don't go with it.
Super shit is a funny hashtag. I'm sorry.
But apparently it's because Lex Luthor has in his building the ability to go into interdimensional worlds. And one of his interdimensional worlds, this is literally the leak that was on Twitter. There are, he's got a room full of monkeys typing at keyboards, just typing shit posting about Superman back in this world.
What?
Yeah.
With what? Like footage?
Just,
Or
you
just
know,
random like mean tweets?
just
like,
mean tweets, just shit posting, I guess.
That's kind of funny.
I guess.
I feel like that actually existed in like a comic.
I feel like
that.
you know, if I go researching through the old vintage
Yeah.
boxes, I could find something like that. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know if it's amusing, playful, or me going, "What is this movie?" Interdimensional monkeys shit posting about Superman on social media, working for Lex Luthor.
Is that like commentary on people who post on social media also?
Is it commentary for all the trolls that are out there on the internet?
Possibly.
That have been like the toxic fans. And I'm thinking,
Toxic fans.
I don't know.
I don't know. But what does that leak mean essentially? It's just a big part of the film.
It's like part of the reason why Superman's hated. It's like, yeah, big part
Monkey
of the film.
shit posting.
Monkey shit posting about Superman.
That makes me want to think.
Hashtag Superman shit man, or I don't know.
Super shit.
Super shit. Yeah, super shit. Something
Super
like that.
shit.
And like, what's going on here? What is this?
And I feel like people would think that's funny because the people.
I personally think it's funny.
I think that's funny. I think it's funny. But I feel like if you're in the movie and you're watching it and you're like, oh, these people hate him, I'd be like, you guys know better as like civilians of the city. As you should. You should be taking this as like funny. You know, be like, Superman pushed my grandma down the stairs. Hashtag super shit.
Super shit.
And my microwave doesn't work because he unplugged it this morning. Super shit.
I jumped off a building because I couldn't do it anymore. Superman saved me. Super shit. I wanted to land my way.
But I can't have no damn control in this world. But this fucker can fly. Super shit.
Some people are taking this going like, if it's true, this is the most ridiculous thing they've ever heard. I'm like, no, it's not.
Have you read some of these comics?
Have you read some of these comics?
There's some crazy. Pink Kryptonite. We will not talk about Pink Kryptonite in this channel.
We're not talking about the Pink Kryptonite.
But
no.
let's just leave it at that.
Let's just leave it at that.
Leave it at that, boys.
You don't want to know about the Pink Kryptonite. I mean, this movie's got crypto in it for all. I mean, it's a super dog. There's going to be some corny stuff in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Superman's got some corny stuff in it. In his legacy. So, yes, there's going to be some corny stuff, including I don't know. Part of me wants to see a room full of monkeys typing away on keyboards. Like, they're just there, just smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, can you get them not cigarettes, cigars?
Little hats and everything.
Some cigars. They got like Cubanos and shit. But they don't. They have like fedora hats. Some of them, but other ones have like the.
Yeah,
you know,
go
like
full bore with this thing.
But you know, like the other hats that they have like in Cuba, like made like kind of like the straw looking ones.
Oh yeah.
Some of them have those hats on. They got like neckties and shit.
They
The boss, the
half empty bottles of Jack. Just I'm working on it, Mr. Luthor.
the head honcho's at a busy desk with like phones going up.
Just phones.
He's got a trench coat or kind of like business jacket on, and a necktie, and fucking
just
cigar out the other mouth.
They start yelling at each other, start flinging their crap at each other. I'd be like, this is worth the price of admission.
This
I don't know what happened to Superman, but I'm now watching.
Fuck Superman. I want to know about these monkeys.
Listen, whenever you go to a zoo, you always want to see the room full of monkeys. You feel cheated if you didn't see any monkeys. You can see the lion, the elephant, the rhino, all that. But if you don't go see,
the elephant. Yeah,
if you don't see the room full of monkeys swinging around, throwing their crap at each other, you feel cheated. So James Gunn, if there's a room full of monkeys smoking darts and drinking booze and typing away and shit posted about Superman,
puffing cigars, I need it.
I'm okay with it, dude.
I'm okay with it. Posting monkeys now. That's what I want.
Shit posting
Hashtag
monkeys.
super shit.
Dude, I wish I had a room full of monkeys just shit posting about me. That'd be funny. Just like,
lost my car keys. I yelled for Superman. Never saved me. I lost my job. Hashtag all your fault. Super shit. That's just great. I need that in a movie. And he's down about it. It's like people hate
I'm going to be disappointed now if there isn't like a monkeys shit posting.
Shit posting
in this movie. I'm going to be disappointed. Like, I'm like, where are the monkeys?
Can we make that a hashtag that goes viral? Hashtag super shit. That could be taken out of context.
That could take
much context.
You could, don't Google that.
Let's not Google super shit.
Do not Google that.
Is it a shit?
Take it from the Gringo. Word of advice.
Don't Google random
from your fatherly type Gringo here. Don't ever Google super shit.
You know, I wonder if you typed it, if you're gonna get like a shit that's shaped as like the super S. So Superman is in his own toilet bowl. Super shit. First of all, what some real craft there.
I leave it up to you. I'll leave that. I don't want it on my computer. I don't want the feds tracking.
Put it on your computer.
Leave my computer
Gonna
alone.
make a post on your channel.
Listen, I don't need anything else.
Gringo, does this look like a super shit to you? Hashtag yes, hashtag no. Hashtag yes, that's a super shit.
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sleeping, my phone goes, zzz, oh, look at it. It's you. It's like, I was up. Does this look like a super shit to you? I'm like, oh, no, don't even. Dude.
I tried making the S curve. It didn't do it right. It looked like a Z, but backwards.
No. This is what we've come down to.
Yeah, our channel is falling apart, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Shitposting monkeys.
Shitposting monkeys.
All right, with that, we're going to get out of here.
That's us, technically, in a way.
We are shitposting.
We are shitposting monkeys.
I am a shitposting monkey, I guess. I don't know. But with that, I guess it's been fun. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to be streaming some video games later on tonight. And you're taking the night off, so that's
taking
awesome.
the night off. I'm going to edit, though, today. I got to edit a lot. So.
Edit away, brother. So with that, I'm still your Reluctant Gr1ngo. Everybody, have fun. Have a great Monday. Salud. A huevo.
You a racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
So long, gay boys!